Hi friends, my name is Courtney. If this is your first time here, welcome. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button so you are the first to know when I post new videos. In today's video, I'm doing a get ready with me and I'm going to show you how I got this look. Also going to talk about self-worth. I know many of us, including myself, struggle with feeling worthy or valued. So I thought it'd be helpful to share with you 5 tips that I've either used or are currently using to help me improve my self-worth. If you're just like me and struggle a bit with self-worth, then I highly suggest that you keep watching. Let's jump right into it. I've already gone ahead, done my eyebrows off camera. Let me know if you do want me to start doing them on camera so you can see how I do them. I do, however, have a step-by-step makeup tutorial video, which I will link in this video. And in that, I actually do my eyebrows on camera. Today, I'm actually gonna do my eyeshadow first, so I'm gonna go right in with the Fenty Beauty in 410. Start prepping my eyes. So the first tip I wanna give you has to do with what I call a gratitude list. And gratitude lists essentially are a list of things about yourself, accomplishments, traits, anything positive about yourself. You want to list out all of them and be honest, be very honest, whether it's physical traits, whether it's you got the job you wanted, whether it's you ran a mile today and you haven't run in weeks. Whatever the case is, write it down. Today I'm using the Nubian by Juvia's palette, and I'm first going to go in with this guy right here. I think oftentimes we forget things that we've accomplished. We forget positive things about ourselves because we're constantly focused on the negative traits or negative things about ourselves. So when writing a list, it's visual. And I'm a very visual person, so being able to see it all definitely sets different than speaking about it. Can any of you guys relate there? So what you want to do is literally write down everything. And instead of harping on all the negatives all the time, which I am at fault for doing as well, negative things about myself, you are now faced with looking at all the positives. You'll realize you have far more blessings than you think. You've probably done a lot more things than you remember. You probably have more positive traits about yourself than you think you do. You can even ask a friend or friends, for their insight on traits, positive traits about you, or accomplishments or successes that they've seen you do. Because I think we oftentimes do forget some of the things that we've achieved in life and some of the good things that we've done for others and for ourselves. You can either build upon the list, so maybe do a little each day, maybe 3 things you list out every day. Challenge yourself, try to do it for a week, maybe even a month. Or what you can do is make one list, refer to it every day, kind of keep it in your back pocket type of thing when you're feeling down. I think that helps as well. Now I'm gonna go in with this kind of dark brown right here. Just getting into the habit of reminding yourself that you are a bad, excuse my French, but you're a bad bitch. We all are. And I think oftentimes we're so focused on the negative things about us, things we don't like, things that we can't do or think we can't do, or things that other people can do better than us, when recognizing you have done a lot in life. I can guarantee you've made it this far, you've definitely done a lot. And I think the more you do it, you're going to start feeling better about yourself. Now, I'm not saying this is going to be a cure, but it's going to help. And I think the key word is consistency. Consistently seeing things that you've done successfully, things that you admire about yourself, positive traits, anything like that, over time is going to change your mindset, like I said before. So you're going to feel a little better. You're going to want to have this feeling again. So you're going to try to keep doing things to get that feeling. And so overall, it's just going to help you understand that you are valuable, you are worthy, and you are important. So now I'm gonna go in and mix this color with this color and just place it on my lid. And I think at the end of the day, when we're constantly focused on what we're lacking, we're always going to feel like we're not worthy. We're always gonna feel like we don't have enough or that we're not good enough. So it's just really important to start focusing on the positive traits. Start focusing on things you like about yourself, because there are some things you like about yourself. Maybe it's just a few, but over time it will grow. And just writing those out. I'm gonna go back in with that dark brown really quick. And I know it's not gonna be overnight. I truly have my ups and downs for sure, as I'm sure many of you do. In fact, recently I was feeling very low myself. And so I think sometimes doing these exercises do remind you that you have worth, you are valuable, and we need a reminder. So, all right, I'm just gonna jump off, do my eyeliner and eyelashes, so I will be right back. My Becca Evermatte Poreless Priming Perfector to start, as many of you know. Tip number 2 has to do with external validation versus internal validation. And for those of you who've seen my other videos, you know I like to go in now with setting powder over my primer and under my foundation. Today I'm using Fenty Beauty in Cashew. So yes, external validation. I am at fault for that a lot. I think the problem with external validation is that you have no control. Meaning you have no control of when you will feel validated, and not having control of your own validation is a dangerous place to be. So my tip number 2 is to really just practice internal validation. Today I'm using the Bobbi Brown Skin Longwear Weightless Foundation SPF 15, which is good, and Golden Almond. So the problem, like I was saying with external validation, is that when we don't get the validation that we want, we actually start to feel worse about ourselves. I think with external validation, we do it so often that we probably don't even realize it. Even my YouTube channel, I've been working really hard, and sometimes instead of validating myself, or hey, you did a good job, Courtney, like pat on your back for your consistency, pat on your back for doing whatever it is that I wanted to do, you oftentimes wait for someone else to validate you. And if they don't, then you truly feel worse. You feel bad about yourself. I know a lot of people on social media, likes. I think that definitely, the like button I'm referring to, that can definitely affect someone's self-worth. It's external validation. Did they like my picture? And if the more likes you get, the more validated you feel. That sounds crazy, but that's reality. So really just trying to internalize all of your validation, relying less on others or external things and more on yourself, because you're going to be able to fill your cup more than anybody else. It's important to have control of how you're feeling instead of it relying on other people to make you feel good about yourself. I think the first thing always is recognizing that you're seeking external validation. Sometimes it's from parents, sometimes it's from a significant other, sometimes it's from your boss. Try to, even if it's baby steps, which is what I'm doing for myself, try to shift your mindset again. And instead of waiting for someone else to validate you for whatever it is, the way you look, your success, your accomplishment, what you've achieved, try to validate yourself. And I think over time, the more consistent you are with that, the more that you're going to feel better about yourself because you're in full control. And I'm gonna go in with my Fenty Beauty in 410 as my concealer. And don't get me wrong, I definitely know it's not easy. We're human, I get it. I think just trying to find little things that you once relied on others for validation, now try to validate yourself. I think too, one of the most important things to start with is that you're aware that you're seeking external validation, and that way you know you're doing it, so then you can conscientiously, God, that's a tongue twister word for me, can try to change that and seek internal validation rather than others. I'm gonna go in with my setting powder under my eyes. I'm using the Sacha Buttercup setting powder. And honestly, I just think when referring to social media, that has definitely attributed to, your feelings of self-worth. And I think we rely on a number, meaning the likes. The number of likes that you get determines if you're cool enough, if you're pretty enough, if you're popular enough, whatever the case might be. And that's external validation. And I'm pretty sure, or maybe I misspoke, I thought Instagram was actually going to remove the numbers, but I do feel like that attributes to a lot of people's self-worth. And it's unfortunate, but it's the reality that we live in right now. So if you can do anything to help yourself fill your own cup, that is going to help you long term. And trust me, I know it is a work in progress. It is not easy to validate yourself when you already have some low self-worth, but I guarantee the more you do it, the more you're going to feel better about yourself. Next, I'm going to do some quick contouring. I'm using an oldie but goodie. I'm using the Covergirl Queen in, I want to say, Ebony Bronze. This was the Queen Latifah line. I don't even know if they still make it, but I love this, so I'm gonna use it today. The next one I wanna talk about is reducing self-criticism. Now, what I mean by that is really like the negative self-talk, the putting yourself down. I am the first. I shouldn't say the first. I am one of many to talk negatively to myself. You know, even yesterday, one of my girls had to check me for calling myself stupid for something that I did. And I think, one, it's good to have people in your circle that will correct you, but also it's important that you yourself take responsibility for the things that you say about yourself. I think oftentimes we're talking about, I didn't get this job, so I'm not smart enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not pretty enough. There's so many negative self-talk things that we naturally say to ourselves, which is scary that we naturally say it because it's become so normalized internally. But we really do need to get in the habit of, instead of criticizing ourselves for, you know, not doing something, flip that script and again, focus on the gratitude list that I was talking about before. Talk about things that you actually did do well, things that you accomplished. Because at the end of the day, all the negative self-talk is going to be ingrained in our minds to the point where how we feel about ourselves and our worth and our value are going to be extremely low. And I think a lot of self-criticism has to do with your upbringing. And I think honestly, your self-worth stems from your upbringing. We all have some sort of inner child trauma. I've shared about mine in another video, which I'll post here, about insecurities. But at the end of the day, that doesn't define who we are. You can definitely improve on how you talk to yourself. And I think it takes time for sure. And I think it takes being aware when you are talking negatively about yourself. I know I am more conscientious and aware. That doesn't always mean that I do the right thing, but I am aware that I am talking negatively to myself, because at the end of the day, you're only gonna make yourself feel worse about yourself. The next tip I want to share with you is daily affirmations. One of my girlfriends and I, we do daily declarations, meaning things that we want to achieve or manifest into our lives. But it's a little bit for me of both of declarations and affirmations. So whether it's, I am going to get this blank, I will be X, or I am, you know, fill in the blanks, of course, but whatever it is that you need to affirm yourself, I think that's a great exercise to do daily. My friend and I, like I was saying, we did it all for the month of like January, February. We have slacked off a little bit in the month of March, or did slack off in the month of March and now April, so we are starting a new exercise. But find a friend that you can do these things with. I think holding each other accountable, making it fun is something that you might stick with instead of doing it by yourself. We use the note section in our iPhones, and so we can see each other's affirmations or declarations. For me, daily affirmations have helped me boost a little bit of confidence. It's helped me remind me that I am worthy, that I am valuable. Now, I will say I am not consistent, but doing it is at least one step than doing nothing. That's part of the challenge, getting into the habit, consistency of doing something like daily affirmations to remind yourself that you are worthy, that you are valuable, and that you are one of you. There is over 7 billion people in this world, and you are unique, you have purpose, you are important, and I think we need to remind ourselves daily that we are those things. So today I'm going to use the MAC Magenta Powder Blush. And then I'm going to use the Becca Skin Finish Perfector in Chocolate Geode. The last tip that I wanted to share with you guys today is very simple, something that we all can do at any given time, and that's just to take a break. Sometimes we need a break from social media. Sometimes we need a break from work or from our phone or from friends, and it's okay. Putting ourselves first, I think, is a really hard thing to do. I know for me it is, but at the end of the day, if I'm not good, if I'm not feeling great, then I am not going to be able to be my best self for others. So taking a break, like I know I'm triggered by a lot of things on social media, specifically Instagram. So sometimes I do take a break from social media because I know that it's not going to uplift me, but it's more going to make me feel worse about myself. For some other people, it could be the phone. It's a distraction. It makes you feel like crap when, I don't know, somebody didn't text you back and you're like, well, I guess they don't value me, so I don't value myself. Again, that's that external validation. But whatever the case might be, I think just taking care of yourself, putting on some music, do things that make you feel good. Put yourself first for once, and I think that over time is going to help you feel better about yourself. All right, my friends, this is the final look. I hope you like it. More importantly, I just want to quickly go over the 5 tips that I shared with you today. Number 1, become more self-aware. Create that gratitude list, because I guarantee there are more positive things about you that you don't even think of on a daily basis. Number 2, less external validation and more internal validation. You don't need anyone to let you know that you are a bad bitch. You don't need anyone to tell you that you're worthy, that you're valuable, and that you're important. You can validate yourself. Number 3, reduce self-criticism. Work on trying to talk more positively to yourself. That negative self-talk does nothing for us. Trust me, I know. Number 4, daily affirmations. Start writing 3 to 5 every day. Get a friend to do this exercise with you, but I guarantee when you start writing down affirmations, affirming yourself, saying positive things about yourself, you are going to start to feel better about yourself. And lastly, take a break. Like I said, take care of yourself, put yourself first. I myself am working on putting myself first. I myself am a work in progress, but it is important that we put ourselves first to become the best version of ourselves. Because at the end of the day, you are enough, you are worthy, and you can't make it up. I will see you all in my next video.